Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you how to make this lovely Danshiki top. It's a beginner friendly tutorial. If this is the first time you're seeing any of my video and the first time you are visiting my channel, you are highly welcome to the family. Please kindly hit on the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you get notified when I upload new videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. Let's dive into the video. So these are the material needed in cutting our Danshiki top. We'll be needing our tape rule, our chalk, our scissors, and then the fabric. So this fabric is called African print, and we'll be needing about 2 yards of it. If you want your Danshiki top to be more bigger, you can use 3 yards of fabric. So what we'll go ahead to do is to fold these 2 yards of fabric into two, just as I am doing. You fold it into two first, like this, and then you fold it into two again. So this is practically folded into four. You do it just as I am doing. You make sure you arrange it well after you fold it into four, just as I did. As you can see, this is folded into four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see? So this is for the front and the back. So we'll be cutting both the front and the back together. We'll begin taking the body measurements. We'll be taking 1/2 inches at the tip of the fabric first, and that will be serving as the starting point and the shoulder line. So we'll mark 1/2 inches like this and then make a straight line on that. We'll begin taking the body measurements. So from the shoulder line, you place your tape there like this, and then you mark the length of the top. I'll be using 25 inches for the length of the top, so I'll be adding extra 1.5 inches for the folding of the down, and then 1/2 inches for the folding of the shoulder part. So that makes it 2 inches I added for the sewing allowance. Now we'll be taking the neck measurements from the center of the fabric. I'll be cutting out both the back and the front neckline together. So we'll be using the back neckline to cut the front neckline for now. We'll be using 3 inches for the wideness of the neck and then 1.5 inches for the depth. So we'll be connecting that 1.5 inches to the 3 inches. So we'll be taking the shoulder measurements for the Danshiki top. From the center of the fabric, you place your tape there like this. So I'll be using 17 inches for the shoulder length. I'll mark the 17 inches there like this, and then I'll be marking that 17 inches all the way to the length of the top, just as I am doing. After that, I'll be taking the measurements for the sleeve opening. So I'll be using 10 inches for that. You can use 11, 12, 13, depending on how wide you want the sleeve to be. But I don't want it to be too wide, so I use 10 inches. And then from that 10 inches, I'll go out by 1.5 inches for the sewing allowance that I'll be using in folding the sleeve parts in. So from that 10 inches, I'll just cuff it into the straight line I made. I'll cuff it into the straight line like this. So this is it for the drafting of the top, as you can see. So we'll be cutting it out next. This is it after I was done cutting. As you can see, this is the front and the back. So I'll be removing one part of the top to be able to cut the neck part for the front. I've removed one of it, so you arrange it well, just as I am doing. And then I'll be taking the neck depth for the front parts. So I'll be using 3 inches for the neck depth. 3 inches. I'll mark it there like this, and then I'll connect it to the wideness of the neck, just like this. You can make your neck more wider, but I don't want it to be too wide. Also, it will be having an opening at the front, just as you are seeing in the picture below. For the opening, I'll be using 3 inches for the opening. I'll mark the 3 inches there like this, and then I'll cut that part out. This is it after I was done cutting the neck parts. So the next thing we'll be doing is to cut facing for the front and the back neck. So we'll be using the remaining fabric we cut out in cutting the facing. So I'll put the front aside and then pick the fabric. I'll fold it into two like this. You fold it into two. and then we'll place the fronts on it like this. So we'll be tracing out the neck on the fabric. So we'll shape this part of the facing out like this to make a curve. We will fold the remaining fabric into two again like this, and then place the back neckline on it, and then we'll cut it out too. So we are done cutting facing for both the fronts and the back. So we'll open the back up like this. We'll open it up and then place the facing on it as I am doing. You place it on it like this. So we'll be using 1/2 inches to sew the neck down. We'll sew it round like that. So we'll be doing the same thing for the front part too. I'll open it up like this, place the facing on it, place it on it just as I am doing like this. I don't have a office pin. I would have pinned it down so you can see what I'm saying very well. So you place it on the neckline like this, and then you sew it round to the opening and to the other end. So I'll take it to the machine to sew. So as you can see, I've gone ahead to sew this down. This is the back, can you see? And then this is the front part. I've sewn that too. So what we'll be doing next is to iron both the front and the back neck, and then we'll be notching this area. This is the neck part. You notch it like this, because if you don't notch it, it won't relax well. So I'll be notching it like this, and then on the opening side too, I'll notch that area. I'll notch it like this too, and then I'll turn the facing to the other side of the fabric. I'll turn it like this. Can you see how I'm doing it? I'll turn it this way, and then I'll iron it. You lay it very well, just like I am doing. I'll spray my water on it. I don't have a steaming iron, so I'll be using this method. I'll spray my water on it like this, and then I'll iron. After you are done ironing that down, you turn it to the other side, because we'll be using our hemming gum to gum down the facing to the fabric, so it won't be opening up and down. Can you see? So you can iron it again. You iron it again just like this. So this is my hemming gum. This is what we call hemming gum. So that is what I'll be putting under the facing together with the main fabric. So I'll be cutting it like this. So you can use a whole full of the hemming gum under it, but I want to manage it. I'll be cutting it into two just like this. So I'll place it under the facing together with the main fabric, and then I'll spray my water on it. And then I'll iron. This is how it will be after you iron it down. Can you see? So I'll be picking the remaining part of the hemming gum, place it under the facing together with the main fabric, and then I'll iron too. So can you see how it came out after I was done ironing? Looking very neat. So this is the other side of it too. Can you see how neat it is? We'll iron it again. Can you see? So we'll be doing the same thing for the back too. We'll be using hemming gum to iron the facing to the main fabric too. I'll put the front side aside and then work on the back. This is the back too after I was done ironing. Can you see how it came out? So what we'll be doing next is to place the front part on the back. You look at the front area and then you place it on the back like this. Can you see? You place it there like this, and then we'll be using 1/2 inches to sew down the shoulder parts. We'll be using 1/2 inches to sew it down like this, and then the other side of the shoulder, so we'll be using 1/2 inches to sew it down. So I'll take it to the machine to sew. So I'm done sewing down the shoulder parts. Can you see? This is it. This is the first part of the shoulder. Can you see? I've sewn it down already, and then the other side too, I've sewn it down. Can you see? So we'll just cut out this thread. So we'll be folding the sleeve area next. I added 1.5 inches for the folding of the sleeve, so I'll be using that 1.5 inches to fold it in. So I'll fold half inches in first. And then the remaining one will be 1 inches. So is that 1 inches I'll sew down, and then I'll be doing the same thing for the other side of the sleeve too. So I'll take it to the machine to sew down. As you can see, I'm done stitching that down. Can you see? This is how it came out. This is the front part, and then this is the other side of the sleeve too. I've ironed it already. So what we'll be doing next is to hold the sides together. So you hold it together just as I am doing, like this, and then we'll be using half inches to stitch it down. We use half inches to stitch this side of the top down, and then the other side, so we'll be using half inches to stitch it down. So we'll take it to the machine to sew. So this is it after I was done sewing the sides. Can you see? It's looking nice already. This is the first side, this is the other side too. So we'll be folding the down parts next. I added 1.5 inches for the sewing, so we'll be using 1.5 inches to fold it in. So I'll fold the 1.5 inches in first, like that, and then fold half inches in. So what will be remaining is 1 inch. So I'll be sewing that all the way around. I'll take it to the machine to sew. So this is how it came out after I was done sewing the down parts. Can you see? I've ironed it round too, and you see how it's looking very nice. So yeah, we've come to the end of this tutorial. Kindly help me like this video, help me subscribe, turn on your notification bell so as to get notified when I upload more videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. So if you have any question concerning this tutorial, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.